Do you want to become a great speaker? Do you want to improve immediately for your next speech project how you come across to audiences and have an impact on the people that you speak to? Then you're going to want to watch this video. We are going to cover the speaking environment and all the variables that impact on the space in which you speak and how you as a speaker can proactively manage those variables to deliver and design an amazing speaking experience for your audiences. Let's get into it. Delivering a great speech is not just about technical ability, speaking out aloud, projecting your voice, avoiding the ums and the ahs. Speaking success is also determined on how you leverage your speaking environment, the space within which you're going to speak. And if it's a meeting room, if it's a conference room, if it's an auditorium full of 1,000 people, all of these factors are different. The truly great speakers know and understand how to leverage their space. The really good speakers will go out and carry out a pre-visit at the venue where they're going to be speaking. And by doing this, they actually figure out the secret to unlocking an amazing and compelling speech experience for their audience. You have to be aware of the factors in your space that make a difference to your talk. And what I'm talking about is the brightness of your display, the loudness of your microphone, the lighting in the room, the technology that you're using, the PC that you're going to have access to, the seating of the audience. Are they seated theatre style, cabaret style? All of these different things go into how you can design an amazing experience. And if you go and evaluate the venue beforehand, if you really start to think about the space you're going to present in, then you can manage your success. You can actually dictate and design your success into your speech. You will not just be reliant on speaking, you will actually be leveraging the environment around you to amplify your message and to create a compelling impact on your audience. Think about it. Audiences go and watch the opera, they go to the cinema, they go and watch a drama show at the theatre. The lights are dimmed, the stage is bright, and lights are shining down on the actors that you're watching. We have to take those same components and create compelling and amazing drama in our speeches so that the audience love us and we deliver an amazing experience, and more importantly, we enjoy ourselves. And when we enjoy ourselves, we will unlock the authentic nature within ourselves, and our souls will connect with the souls of our audience. Knowing and understanding the space that you're going to be presenting in, whether it's a meeting room, whether it's a classroom, whether it's a lecture theatre, whether it's a pop-up stage at a conference venue, all of these things you have to be aware of, because the audio, the display requirements, the tech requirements slightly vary in all of these different places. And if you can understand and particularly go and visit the venue beforehand and figure out these aspects, then you will be able to design an amazing experience. Speaking at a lecture theatre is very different to speaking in a classroom, which is very different to speaking in a small meeting room. The amount that you have to project your voice, whether or not you use a microphone, the amount of natural light coming into that space, whether you need to draw the curtains to make your slides pop, all of these things go into delivering an amazing experience and go into you helping you understand and design your speech. The key point I want to make to you is that you have to be proactive. You have to take charge and you have to take action in terms of designing an amazing experience. And the only way you can design an amazing experience for your audience, going above and beyond the quality and the caliber of your speech and your content, is to understand your speaking space. And the only way you will understand your speaking space and understand all the variables and how you can control and manage them is by actually visiting the venue. One of the biggest things you can do to supercharge your success is to build in time to go and visit the venue, if you have time and if it is not too far away. By doing this, you will then be able to understand your environment, and you will be able to bring that knowledge back when you're sitting down and you're building your speech draft and you're designing an experience. And let's just jump into that point in a bit more detail. As a speaker, I would advocate that you don't just give a speech, you design experiences. So we're not just speakers, we are actually designers of speaking experiences. We are speech designers, we are speaking designers. We have to design an experience. And if you design an experience from start to finish, and if you walk through the footsteps of your audience in that space, in that environment, then you will be able to elevate the impact that you have on your audience. And the only reason that we speak is so that the audience understand us. We actually reach out and connect with them. We create an emotional resonance within their brain that stimulates that dopamine rush that then causes them to create a memory so they remember our message over and above the 2 days where 80% of the message is gone when somebody listens to something, when somebody is talking to them or giving a speech. If you leave it to chance in terms of your speaking environment, and if all that you do is just turn up on the day and deliver your speech, it doesn't matter how good your speech delivery is. It doesn't matter technically how brilliant you are. If one of the environmental variables, the lighting, the sound, the tech, the space, the seating of the audience, they can trip you up. They will damage your ability to make impact. And we don't want that. So we have to take control. And if you're simply going to turn up, then your delivery and your performance is going to be average. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be amazing. The truly great speakers in this world, they survey their environment. They understand where they're going to be speaking. They take the time and effort to visit the venue. They take the time and effort to understand the space. Sit in the chair where the audience is going to be sitting. Stand at the podium from where you're going to be presenting. Play around with the lighting. See how you can make your slides pop in that room. Test the acoustics, test the microphone, test the speakers that are going to be piping in your music to your presentation. The more that you can flush out any variables, the more that you can identify any hidden factors that impact on your speech, the more successful you will be in delivering your speech to your audience. If you remove all of the uncertainty from your venue, from your environment, from all the pieces of tech that are going to impact on your speaking experience, then you remove the risk and you elevate the chances of success for you to deliver an amazing, fantastic, brilliant performance on the day for your speech. One top tip I would like to share with you is visit the venue. Arrange the trip, ring them up, arrange a time where you can go in when your room or your space or your environment is empty. Take a notebook, make a list of the key things that you want to figure out. The lighting, the audio, the tech, the computer, the space, the seating, the arrangement, the podium, all of these things. Make a checklist and get all of your questions answered. And don't forget, figure out who's going to be there on the day to support you with delivery of your speech and your presentation in terms of IT support. The more proactive you are, the more that you can take charge of all of these elements that go into your speaking performance, the more successful you will be. And what will happen is your confidence will increase. You will actually start to feel great when you deliver your speaking performance. Your nerves will disappear and you will become more confident because in your brain, the questions, the variations, what's the venue going to be like? Are they going to have a microphone? Will I have to pin it to my lapel? Will I have to hold it in my hand? These are normally the questions that churn around in your head when you are a speaker at the beginning of your journey. Over time, as you get more experience, you're able to adapt to the variances in your speaking environment. But at the beginning, and particularly when you're trying to build up your confidence, you have to take charge and you have to predict all of these things and you have to figure it out. When you have figured out all of the unknowns in your speaking experience, when you have actually been down and visited the venue and you actually know and you understand everything that's going to happen and the sequence that it's actually going to happen in, then you will elevate your speaking game and you will boost your confidence. You will actually go in to that speaking environment, to that room, to that conference center with confidence because you've already had a walkthrough. You already know where the audience are going to be sitting. You will already know how much to project your voice with that handheld microphone, and you will already know how your slides look on the screen, and you are confident and you know because you've seen it that the audience can read your key messages on your slide or see the visual right at the back of the conference room. By doing this, you move forward to the next level. And even if you are a speaker right at the beginning, if you've only given 1 or 2 speeches, or this is your first speech, by taking charge of all of these elements, you will increase your confidence and you will increase your ability to give an excellent speech to your audience. The other top tip I would share with you is when you do a pre-visit to your venue, the space where you're going to be speaking, take out your smartphone and film a video of that space. When you take that footage back home and when you're sitting down and you're drafting your speech and you're practicing your speech, watching that footage will help you visualize yourself in that space delivering for success. And it will also help remind you of the lighting, of the layout of the room and where the podium is and what you need to be doing at particular parts in the speech. Close your eyes when you're practicing and just visualize that space and visualize moving across the stage. These are the top tips that will help you to be successful and give you that confidence and give you that real world knowledge so that you can make an impact and your messages land and we change people's lives, because that's the purpose for why we speak. Another pointer for success is, as well as doing a venue visit, a pre-speech visit to understand your speaking environment, book a separate visit when the room is going to be empty and you've actually built your slides and they're ready to go and practice with your slides. Sometimes we're not able to do this. The venue is too far away, or we simply don't have the time, or there really is short notice and we can't execute this. But best practice is turning up at the venue, quick 30 minutes, pop your slides in, the room is empty, get the audio working and run through your speech. Move through your slides, speak through the microphone, pace across the stage as you would on the day you're delivering your speech. And if you're coming off the stage to walk amongst the audience, you can practice that as well. Walk to the back of the room, see your slides on the screen, pace through all the slides, make sure the font is the correct size. By having a practice run ahead of the day of your speech, what you're actually doing is increasing your confidence and reducing your nervousness and reducing the stress and pressure that you may be experiencing. The more that you can expose yourself to the speaking environment, the more that you can practice at that environment, the greater your success will be in terms of delivering that speech. An important part of leveraging your speaking environment is visualization. Close your eyes and visualize yourself in that space. And the best way to do this is to play that movie that you took on your smartphone so you can clearly see what the speaking environment looks like. Then you close your eyes and you imagine yourself standing in that space, walking around in that space, interacting with the audience, laughing, joking, smiling, delivering with confidence. If you run this visualization exercise alongside practicing and memorizing your speech, you will be creating a double whammy of effectiveness and power when you deliver your speech. And what you're actually doing is you're hard coding the muscle memory in your body for the way you stand, the way you pace, and you're actually feeding your conscious and your subconscious mind with the experience that you want to deliver. And then something truly amazing happens when you're at the venue on the day of your speech. Everything flows as if by magic. You remember your speech, your body remembers how to move, and it's almost a sense of déjà vu that you have been there before. And that is you operating at the peak performance levels that you need to deliver an amazing performance. Most of the time, our nerves come from a lack of knowledge about what our speaking space is going to be like. Most of the time, our stress comes from not knowing how it's going to be on the day. The pressure that we feel is the unknown. But by visiting the venue and by checking out all of these things that are going to impact on your speech experience, you manage that. And you reduce your uncertainty from 90% right down to 10%. Things can always go wrong, unexpected things can always happen, but you are in charge, you are in control, and you are therefore setting yourself up for success. If you're enjoying this video, then we actually go deeper into detail and we explore other aspects of the speaking environment in my online course called The Basics of Speaking. Click on the first link on the description below to check out if this is something that you would like to do. We go in lots of detail, we explore all the aspects of the speaking environment, and we provide lots of worksheets and exercises for you to do to become really skilled at how to leverage your speaking environment. Check out the course, you won't regret it. Please drop me a comment back on how you've liked this video and any other speaking topics where you need help and support in. I will choose that topic to develop my next video. Please give a thumbs up to the video if you've got value from what you've seen here today. And if you want more of the same, then please subscribe to the channel.